Welcome to Kiambu, and you know what that means.
Wheel spins. Proper hill climb. Hii ni yote umenotice tunapanda tu.
Aya.
Si mimi nakwambia hii gari inaishia. Uangalie hiyo speed. Nakwambia unapanda. Unaona ati ni mlima iendi, si ndio? This is dropping. So the more he accelerates, now we're in the 70s and he's climbing. The 70s climbing, pushing hard, but the temp is dropping. Airflow. So if it's got bad airflow,
so the airflow is
you gain speed, but the engine is overpowering it's not cooling fast enough, not as fast as the engine is demanding. Yeah.
The car itself.
Yes, this is, you can check out gearbox separately, you can check engine data separately. Then there is a small bit where you can cross-reference where it has a bit of engine data and transmission data together. Like here, see here, when I go analog, I can tell engine temp and gearbox temp. Torque converter speed and RPM. So you can tell whether the torque converter is lagging, you can tell when there is issues. Yeah. His pedal acceleration angle, if he's on it, off it, you see, and that's given as a percentage. See that? That's gearbox temperature, you can get that. Engine temp, engine speed, and then out speed. Yes.
Oh, is that measured
RPM.
by RPM?
Yes, exactly.
Shall we? You're already on the descent.
We are here.
Unfortunately.
That pretends to be fast. A pretentious little car. Just happy?
Too happy.
All the experience.
Look at where the side mirror is.
This thing is crazy.
He's higher than the roof comparison. So your views on the car?
My views on the car.
Yeah. Low speed, high speed, short bursts.
The car feels good. Feels extremely powerful. It's a little higher than I'm used to. But that's something I'll get used to because it does feel stable.
You drove in two-wheel drive as well the entire journey, so it should feel
be
different.
more stable in four-wheel drive. Should we try four-wheel drive going back?
Yeah, 100%. You get rid of that wiggling tail on wheel speed. Scary, man.
Yeah, you can't flow it. When you flow it, you just lose the back.
Yeah.
requires some responsibility and some sense when you're driving it. But it's fun.
You should just say sense and responsibility. Once you get the suspension dialed in correctly,
Yeah.
it should feel tighter. It should be nice. You know, there's a way you feel things are linked in properly. You turn in, it leans into the turn properly.
Yeah.
Like that.
Without having to overcorrect.
Yeah, exactly.
Then the other thing is now get a bit of insulation. It does sound good, but
Cabin noise is a
I feel
bit
like
much.
I feel like there's too much cabin noise.
Only like a stock ZD30 sort of noise level versus proper neutral.
The D30 is actually quiet,
Yes.
but does it sound good? It does. That's not what you're talking about here.
That approach is good, but definitely not with brakes.
So, by the way, guys, we had planned on doing this particular test without the upgraded brakes, but then we decided that was too risky and too almost irresponsible, given that we had brakes in the stock. So we decided to just put the brakes on, and they are great. Plenty of stopping power and confidence. So that's what you get, and of course safety.
Yeah, plus if you want to compare,
Yeah.
we have a trailing stock Nissan brakes, and it's a massive difference.
How are the brakes on the ZD30? They are bad.
Very poor.
So we also got the cars weighed in, and the difference was very small. So 2.4 tons for the M57 Patrol and 2.44 tons for the Y61 ZD30 Patrol. The ZD30 Patrol is naturally heavier because, first of all, it has a spare wheel at the back, and also the ZD30 is a cast iron engine, while the M57 is aluminum, so it's a bit lighter, in case you're wondering. So that was an awesome drive.
Yeah,
Plenty of power. Later,
swinging it, it's kicking its tail out a bit too much, and then the steering is not really dialed in.
yeah,
Yeah, it has a lot of play.
yeah. I was finding myself having to do a lot of correction.
Counter steering and everything.
Yeah,
Yeah. Then the brakes up front got a bit hot. Yeah.
yeah.
You see small things like that's a boost leak. You need to tighten that. You see.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Got a tiny boost leak. They're so small things, and then I think we can handle.
How do you know it's a boost leak? What can you?
You get a bit of moisture here. So if you see, this is air coming in through here, out actually to the engine. So if you see this, that's a boost leak. It should be dry like that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So that needs some tightening?
Yes. You see, the joint should look like this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dry.
That had a bit, was sorted out. You see, that had a bit also. Just keep them nice and tight. Whereas everything down here is bone dry, you see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now there's a little fuel leak somewhere.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah. Up there where the sensor is. So tighten that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just deal with those, but mostly steering, kidogo.
Yeah, I think.
And we'll test the bushing. I feel it's a bit clunky.
There's something definitely clunking when you go over the speed bumps.
Exactly. So you sort that sort of clanking, and springs are nice. I like the ride height. I know you're not pro altitude, but
I think I'll see if I get used to it.
Get used to it.
If not, we'll know what to do.
Okay. So, and then also tidy up, some of this stuff. See the fenders, you see?
Yeah.
That's not exactly
what it should look like.
Yeah, in place. Small things. Just tidy up.
The interior also needs a bit of tidying up.
Yeah. Then the pump is not, I think, let's just drop it. Should have a new pump here. This is what you used to just run, and then we'll hand it over nice and shiny.
Yeah.
That as well. Then we have an adapter. It's not clipped on like this, like a proper IOD adapter.
Okay.
It's nice. Just tidy that up nicely, and then yeah, deadening material. So this, I think, just look at the properties there.
6 millimeter, quarter-inch thickness.
Yeah, that thermally insulates panel, so you can do it doors, lowers noise levels,
Yeah.
condensation, all this stuff, moisture resistant as well. You see, safety fire retardant, yeah, to that spec. This is called a Dodomat, and this is what it looks like. Let's touch that. Spongy.
So this also doesn't feel like it repels heat, but
This is sound.
Only.
This is mostly sound. So
Soundproofing,
before
okay.
this, you do a heat one.
okay.
Okay. So this is design engineering ink.
Ah, yeah, that looks like a heat shield.
Yeah.
A proper heat shield. Yeah, it's thick as well.
Yes.
And so, in what areas can we use this?
Tunnel especially. That's where you'll get most of the noise. Once that's
In the
yeah.
gearbox
So, yeah.
section. Yeah.
You do tunnel.
Uh-huh.
So this goes under this. So you do a layer of this first, and then now you do sound on top of this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you do it on the doors, the panels?
Yeah, whatever. Even the roof. I mean, you do as much as you can. The more you do, you can do an entire car actually. You can do the entire car. So we did and make it as quiet as possible on the inside. I don't think there's anything we can do on the outside.
Yeah, I would like to say that.
I think we have.
And also, guys, this is the stainless steel pipe that made us wait for this episode for all this time. So you can see it looks nice and shiny and big. So you can also see right here. Come down, come lower. So it goes all the way into the intercooler, and then from this side, from the intercooler into the engine.
Yeah. Power, drink responsibly.
Yeah. And also the fuel consumption. We'll do a full test on fuel consumption. We didn't do a conclusive one today.
Yeah.
So maybe when the car is out, when it's in my hands, I can do a proper consumption test.
Yeah, combined like highway.
Combined for
a bit of-
highway, off-road,
yeah. Okay.
yeah, town running, bit of that,
So
and we'll see.
that's all right.